one of my favorite segments that you've done in your Area 21, Kevin, is when you got a whole bunch of the Celtics back together from back in the day and had a very real conversation. And part of what I get to do for a living that I'm very fortunate about is I've got Marshall Faulk and Deion Sanders and Michael Irvin next to me, and Sapp spent some time. And just hearing how Hall of Fame athletes or competitive guys talk about their times together and how sometimes they don't end the way that you hope they would end. And that conversation you had about, the Celtics and your days, and obviously Ray Allen, was so real. What was your reaction to the reaction of all that, Kevin?
Well, one of the things I want everybody to understand is that I get it. As a fan of the game, I get to sit back now and be non-biased. I get to have my favorite players. I root for my favorite players, blah, 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 right? So from a fan's perspective, if, you look at it one way, you want it to be all cohesive. I wanted everybody to understand that was this situation that we were here talking about was a real one for all of us. And we had different views on it. Obviously, we was giving everybody an eye in the room when we have conversation. We just so happily do it on air. And there was one that we all know to be. All parties involved know the current on how everybody and each individual feels. And we just wanted to share with the world. It wasn't, people these days don't know what to believe, so you damn near have to put everything in that kind of format to be able to talk just like that in that format for it to be labeled as real as it can be. And I thought it was just as far as educating everybody on the situation, letting everybody know that, we don't have any negative feelings towards Ray or none of that, just the process, and we never actually really talked about it out loud. So, I thought it was eventful. I thought it gave the show some substance that, this is what we talk about on here. We are real on here. We're not I would never promote anything fabricated, nor am I. My DNA or my makeup is made of none of that, and none of my friends are like that. So, I thought it was an eventful show. Obviously, it gave a great topic, and it gave, at the end of the day, it gave insight, which is what we were going for anyway.
So would you invite Ray into Area 21? Would you do that?
At some point, I was trying to put together a best what was I calling it? I was calling it a shooter's night because I love shooting. I'm infatuated with skill set. I'm infatuated with formation, arm up, hand up. I'm infatuated with that. So to hear superstars or hear greats talk about what made them great is one of my totally favorite things to talk about. So one of the things I wanted to do was do Shooter's Night, where I was going to bring in some WNBA players along with some NBA players and just talk about shooting and the different insights from one's viewpoint, from release to how they catching it, rhythm, just all of it, just to hit a different context. And I just think it'd probably be a better show for Ray and I to be one-on-one versus put him in that. But I would love to have him on the show. I know he has things that he's doing that he would love to promote. But at this time, I haven't reached out to him and even considered that. But it would be probably one of the more eventful ones. I'm not sure if he's open to even coming on the show. So I haven't even explored that, to be honest with you. Great question.
For more Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Rich Eisen Show app.